We'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's a beautiful fall morning, and I am sitting in front of the house on the driveway with all the smaller animals. And my mom needs us to babysit her animals. She's going out of town to go visit my sister for like 2 weeks. And Skittles, the baby rhino iguana, and her 2 redfoot tortoises are gonna come stay with us for 2 weeks. I was already in the process of building her a second small cage. Right now, Skittles is living in that large enclosure in her backyard, in the small enclosure inside of it. But as you remember, we affixed that to the wall inside of her enclosure. She wants one for Skittles for the winter, so she can roll Skittles out into the sun and then roll him inside of the house for a steady temperature at night. She can cover this up with the blanket and put a little heat mat in there or whatever and be fine. But her door is 24 inches. So the regular enclosure at 24 plus the trim or whatever, the door she wants to use, it can barely squeak in. Well, actually, you know what? I take it back. The lock set won't fit through the doorway. The enclosure can barely squeak in, but the lock set won't make it through the doorway. So we made one at 22 inches deep for her. So it's a little skinnier. It'll fit through the doorway with the lock, no problem. Just made 4 of these. And instead of the 2x2 angle stops, since they're for smaller animals, I made that little strip there so the door closes on it. Clearance is gonna be great. And I have everything set out here to finish this. I have the hinge sets, the lock, my shins to square up the door as I screw it on, the piece of wood for the iguana to get up to the shelf. I have this shelving material as well, and I have these little palm fronds, cypress mulch, pure cypress mulch, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with those in just a moment. On the older ones, I had some bamboo weave that I had left over from an old job. It's actually, I used to build all the Corona bars for the country, and that would end up at ball fields and cruise ships and stuff like that. And on the side of the Corona bars, they had a bamboo weave with a clear lacquer on it, and it would spray the stencil that said Corona in Corona blue, and it would be on this woven bamboo material. This has been outdoors for years, since my old house, and it's finally degrading. We're gonna have to replace what's on our enclosures pretty soon, but I won't be able to use that moving forward. Let's go look in on her tortoises and I'll show you the box that she made to move Skittles over here. I told her, you know, she couldn't bag Skittles, but this is where I get construction from. My mom made a transfer box because we said, you know, a transfer box would be good, but ours is a little big. So she made this little pine box with the lock set on it, put it in there. Skittles started using it as a hide box for a couple days. She was able to just calmly close the door. Skittles made it over to the house, no stress. And here's her redfoots. She's got them in there with some Timothy hay. And I think what we're gonna do is put them into Pinkie's old enclosure. And I say old, Pinkie's still with us. Pinkie's doing very, very good. She's getting her shots every day. She just ate yesterday. She ate an egg, and then yesterday afternoon she ate some small cut up bone-in chicken, and she seems to be doing good. Everything has to be in small bites for her right now, but very promising. The next concern I think is going to be the eggs. Oh yeah, in the cut there's no swelling. She's doing amazing. So her tortoises, she'll have to remind me the names. I cannot believe how big they're getting. But they're gonna go in there. Kagan thinks that all the grass is gonna be great for them. And then I just have to finish the flaps on their heated hide box. And this afternoon, and probably a couple afternoons in a row, we'll have to show them where that hide box is so they get used to using it. But that enclosure will suit them fine for the 2 weeks that they're here. I need to get started on that enclosure. I had a really nice shade spot when I started, and I totally lost that. And I'm sure my mom has a lot to finish at her house before she leaves, but she did want to see Skittles get into his enclosure. So I'm gonna get started. All right, guys, so that's door hung, shelving on. That was a piece of Buddha belly bamboo, which is really cool for them to get up to the shelf, and it lasts outside, does a great job. The door clearance is perfect. Lock set, put a carabiner on there, in good shape. So the next thing we want to do is just create a little security or privacy on the lower level of the enclosure. And what I'm thinking is, I mean, I have all these cluster palms on the property, and if we just maybe snip about 5-6 inches of that stem, and then on the side, I think just like that on the side, and obviously a little better across the back, that will give that animal that sense of security that it needs to see around the enclosure. So we're just going to cut it and then zip tie it around the screen. So my mom will probably have to push the zip ties through. I'm going to cut all the stems on these, and we'll show you once we're doing the last side. All right, guys, so this is basically what we're doing here, is just double zip tying. First we tried zip tying without engaging it to the single wire, and we didn't like its clamping strength. It seemed like the palm frond had a little movement. So by using 2 wires, it seems nice and sturdy. I think they'll stay on. And all I did was just trim them at the bottom with some scissors. I think it looks good. We still have that one last side to do. Whoop. I'm gonna go to the front so they can see the inside, and what the lizard is seeing is really an impenetrable wall, maybe with a little crack there in the corner. Maybe we could have done 3 on the sides, but you know, even if they were hiding in a bush, it's not 100%, and I think that's pretty good. We could snip these off. You know what? I think my mom and I we'll snip the side off and go to 3 on the side and make it just a little more full. Why not? We have them, and then we'll finish that last side. All right. My mom has Skittles hide box, or transfer box if you'd call it that. It's a real nice like cabinet lock on it, Mom. Cabinet hinges, of course.
Yeah.
All right, I would just set it on the bottom corner.
This way?
Yeah, because you know what? It's good. It's going to be good that Skittles is used to that, because Skittles will. And you can just go ahead and open it up. Swing it all the way open. And what we're gonna do, I don't know, maybe Skittles will climb right out, or maybe Skittles will take his time, and then my mom and I will go look in on the tortoises and move them, and hopefully we'll come back and Skittles will be up on his shelf. This is Pinkie's old enclosure, and it kind of has a really low spot where Pinkie's water was. Their water tray can go over in this little lower area, but there's plenty of good grass growing in here. I just need to build today, probably after this video, the flaps for the hide box. Kagan has already tested both mats, and we know that they're on a working row. Like all of that is good. So if you want to pick them up and set them in here, Mom, and my mom's all excited about getting some food, and might as well put the hay in here and all of that, right?
All right, this is Tina.
All right, Tina.
And Sonny's ready to go. Of course.
She's already
Say hi.
looking at that.
Say hi.
Do I want to eat it? You know, they do that little thing to kind of test different plants, and they figure out which ones they like the best. Not going to eat it just because it's green. This is the testing. See, not really for me. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to test this one. Nope, not for me. And they're going to find one that they really like, and that's the one they're going to start eating. Testing. It's really cool to see them explore. I would love to have them in my yard. The grass in my yard, I mean, some people will remove what they consider weeds and only promote the actual grass. In Florida, I think that sprinkler systems are horrible. You're pulling water out of the water table at a large amount daily just to have one specific plant growing in your yard. But weed grass is great. It's almost always green any time of the year. There's usually one that is stronger than another and is greener. And it doesn't need irrigation. And it forces your plants to have deeper, stronger roots.
Oh, he's eating it, trying to get a shell. Sonny.
Well, you know what? If
He did.
Yeah, then maybe he needs that calcium from that shell or something.
Yeah,
Because if they're going to do that on a natural substrate and eat that, then it's probably something that they would normally do. So you're going to put that hay in here, probably get it to some little bit higher ground, because that's going to get wetter when it rains. I'll put their water dish in there, and then you said you had a tray of kale you wanted to... You just set that on the ground right there, and then just turn that on low.
Okay.
It should... It's probably going to be a lizard or a tree frog that's going to come out. And they're cruising around, grazing. Maybe dump the rest of that hay out. I'm going to take the camera for a second. Try not to startle them too much with this. They're pretty good about not being startled.
Yeah, I'm in the cage all the time walking around, so he's...
Yeah, they're heads to the ground, grazing. They have this nice green kale in front of them, but let's see.
No?
No? At the rate they eat, I'm sure the kale will be gone, as well as all their favorite grasses, probably by the end of today. All right, we'll let them settle in a little bit and explore, and let's go see what Skittles is doing. Plus, we're going to put some food out for some of the other tortoises and iguanas while we're here. Visiting with Kahlua, Mom?
Yeah. Got his little leg up in the air.
I don't think that reptile loves you. Kahlua left the fresh greens to come get pets from my mom.
Come on.
They know.
Come on. I see your leg.
They
up in
know
the air.
us.
Come on.
These younger ones, I think they're gonna go for the food. But Kahlua knows. You get that attention when you can. Huh. That's what you do. Alright, while we're out here, it seems like the redfoots are just grazing away. I said we were gonna go check on Skittles, but we actually got sidetracked with all the iguanas, and my mom actually got Blue to eat kale without it being force-fed, which is incredibly promising. They are grazing on anything and everything. Eating dirt, little shells. They must have been wanting some calcium. They know what they need. We'll let them graze away. All right, Skittles is coming out. Oh, guys, you guys could see Pinkie. Pinkie is laying in her hot tub in the sun. She's really looking good. Just soaking in the water. But Skittles is out. I'm gonna try and do this slowly to not, here you go. Oh, and there we lost Skittles, guys. I want Skittles to come out, but I don't want Skittles to eat mulch by mistake. I think that might have been a little bit much. A small animal getting used to a totally new place. We may not see Skittles at the end of this video. Or, you know what? I've got some other work to do. I'll wait until Skittles is up on the shelf and show you guys him a little bit later this afternoon.
Alright guys, we wanted to give a little update on some of Mom's animals while they're still here with us. Here is Skittles on his shelf. Hey buddy. Now, I'm going to try and be really gentle about it. I have some Missouri here and a hibiscus flower. I'm going to come in and just see if little Skittles here wants a bite. You see it on my hand, huh? Go for it. There you go. Ah, that's a big bite for a little guy. Whoa. You want to try hibiscus flower? You want another Missouri. Oh, went for the Missouri. I'm trying to be nice and quiet and calm for this guy right now. Don't want to elevate my voice too much, just in case. Looks like he's going through a nice shed right now. Oh, no flower. All right, buddy, I'm gonna get your bowl, fill it up for you. But Skittles has been doing great. Eats just about anything that you put in front of him. He's always quite voracious for us. And tomorrow is Greens Day. Today is Missouri Day for these guys. And the rest of this Missouri, we're gonna take back to the tortoises in the back. There you go, Skittles. There you go. We're gonna take back to the tortoises in the back and see if they're ready for a meal. Walking out here with Tina and Sunny. I just got them their nice plate of Missouri and hibiscus. They're out here enjoying some sun. You can just put them right here in front of their plate. See if they're hungry at all. What do you think, guys? Ooh, that Missouri looks pretty tasty. I don't know why. I think watching these guys eat Missouri is just one of the cutest things ever. You want to try hibiscus? Oh, big bite. Big bite. There you go. All right. Oh, and of course, loves it. This is one of the hibiscus that we got from Sarai over at Iguana Land. And this is a really interesting hibiscus because this is just how the flowers are. They don't open up fully. They are a sort of closed flower. So this one's a little less mature. That's just kind of how they look. It's really interesting. Well, I, for one, am very excited for when our redfoots get this size. Because, oh gosh, they're just so cute. They are just so cute. Here, I'll bring you a little bit more on the plate so you can reach everything better. All right. Well, I think that's it for this one, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and ring that notification bell. And hype the video if you don't mind. And we'll see you guys soon.